Isn't God good? And every time you hear about evangelism, then it should get you excited. What are they talking about? All it simply says that indeed we are a church, we believe in taking the message of hope to those who are hopeless. And especially we don't like to react, so we always be proactive. As a matter of fact, not because all these things happening, but we had it planned before, and that is why just about the timing is good, the implementation of it. Now, what we have decided to do, I believe that God has called every Christian to be a witness. Am I right? You don't have to be trained to be a witness. So once you're a Christian, God expects us to win the lost. So there are two types of people in the world. One, the lost. Secondly, the saved. So it's either you're included in that group, the lost, or you are saved. So you have to decide to yourself, am I a lost person or am I saved? But of course, in the book of Luke, chapter 19, Jesus did say, for the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was what? Lost. So we know we are doing the right thing. So listen, we met with the board. We know our goal for 2025 is taking in 10 new members. 10 new members. But that's a little number, small number. 10, yes. 2 children alone can bring in 10 people. So the point we are saying is that we're sticking with our goal of 10, but we are going to work to achieve what God wants us to do. So, our purpose statement has always been we are biblical, everything we do is biblical, and in this case we want to be very specific, we want to be transferable, and we want to be measurable. Now hear this. We have put 4 groups together, 4 teams. I don't like to say group, 4 teams together. And we're going to give you the team leaders in a while. But we just want to say what we want to do is to penetrate our community. Now, this area, all the community, whether it's Sutherland's, whether it's St. Johnstons, whether it's Skerry's Pasture, we call it our community, whether it's Potters, all of it belongs to us. That's our community, you agree? Souls are lost and they need Jesus. So therefore, we want to start with the crowd. You know, every Sunday, there's a crowd here. The reason there's a crowd, because people, they love the Lord. And they want to come and worship. But we believe that as an evangelism team, certainly, we can impact the crowd for God. And also, we have our congregation. And notice the C's are coming up. And then we talk about the committed ones and the core. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the crowd. We have them here, the congregation, the committed one, and the core. So what are we going to do about it? We believe that to start winning souls, we also have to look within. Sometimes we look all over Samaria. But the Lord said, start in Jerusalem. So your home can be your Jerusalem. And as well, our church can be our Jerusalem. And so we have a congregation here, we have a crowd here, we have persons who are committed, and we have a core. I want to ask you 2 questions before I go on. Let's say all those who love the Lord. Let's say all those who know if they should die the next hour, that they will go to meet the Lord. Amen. What assurance. Let's say those who aren't sure about that. You're in church, remember. Okay, so the fact that number of persons didn't put a hand when I asked, so those who, if you die, the next hour you'll go to heaven. And there are those they're wondering in their minds, Pastor, that's a hard question to answer. But I want to tell you, salvation is available for all. And you and I can receive Christ. So here what we have done, we're going to call it here, we're going to call it the CC team. The CC team. And Brother Ling will tell you, we are talking about, we are a caring team, and we're talking about, we want to be connected. So care and connecting. So here it is the team, 4 teams. We're not going to say evangelism team anymore, but we're going to say what? Care team, right? And we're going to talk about connecting. So we want to connect with our community. We want also to show them that we care. And we always care. You know, we are a caring church. I always believe in St. Johnstons, we are a caring church. We have helped so many persons in our community. We don't broadcast it, and we'll never say the names. But the point I'm making, we are a caring church. So that is not new. So we're going to push the care out and into the community. And as well, we want to say, okay, we want to connect. You know, there are persons who grew up here in our church. There are persons who had their children dedicated. There are those who got married in this church. That's connection. Am I right? And so many wonderful persons, okay, come to this church. I tell you, listen, we have a great church here because we have some great people. If the pastor says we have a great church and we have great people, people have to say, amen. Because if that wasn't true, pastor would have gone. Amen. But we have some great people, and indeed they're going to do great things for God. So here what happened now. We are putting 4 care and connecting teams together. You want to hear the leaders are? Okay, we're going to start. The first leader is Minister Ling. And listen, we didn't force anybody. We asked and we got on board. I want to be a leader. And they stayed. Sister Sharpe, we didn't push her. Said, yes, I'm available. I want to be. Amen? And then Sister Karen said, she's the youngest of all in terms of spirituality. And she said, I want to be a leader. Isn't that wonderful? She has grown that she can become a leader. And then, last but not least, Sister Annelle said yes. Didn't push it. She said, yes, I am available. She liked to evangelize. So here it is. We have 4 wonderful people. Amen. Put your hands together for them. And it shows that they care about the lost. So hear this. On the teams, and I want to hear this part clearly, on the teams, Pastor Sharpe, note I call my name alone. Pastor Sharpe will be assigning once you're a Christian. I would ask you this morning if you want to be a part of the team, but I don't think I should ask you. But here it is, once you're a Christian, you should be a part of the team. You might say, what if one team has 20? Well, you can always subdivide them, right? So we can divide up the team, it doesn't matter. So all we can do, okay, is that the more you get, the better. We'll be going into the community, we'll be going into homes, we'll be making arrangements how we can be more effective as a church in our community. Remember we said our community is not just St. Johnstons, but all the environs, right? All around. You look around, St. Potters, all around. So you're the ones who are going to connect us as well to persons that we need to meet and that we need to know. People need the Lord. And that is why souls need to be saved. So here in closing, so we have the 4 team leaders. They're going to be assigned members on their team. Another thing that we'll be doing, we'll be reporting monthly. So we'll meet together here, we'll report monthly. Then we'll have time of prayer as well. On the last Wednesday of every month, we'll be having fasting and prayer. And that's a good time that our people, we're going to have our team set up in such a way that they will be reporting what God has done. That's what the early church did. They reported about all that God did for them and what he continues to do. So here it is that we will be having reporting time. We'll be having time of prayer. We'll be looking at needs within our community, how we can respond as a church. And I'm sure as we do that, God will bless in a mighty, mighty way. And then apart from that, hear this, apart from reporting and so forth, you know, I use the word testimony because I grew up in a church that always testified. We want to hear more of our Christians. Note I didn't say members. So on the team, I didn't ask for just members of St. John's, but if you're a Christian, you can join the team. And the church say, because the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was what? Lost. So we'll be looking for lost people. We are trying our best to build God's kingdom. We want to reach our community, we want to reach listen. So we're going to reach our children for Sunday school. So even if you're not in Sunday school, we're going to go after our children. We're going to go after our youths. So not because, okay, but we're going to look for youths and we're going to look for adults. So all the groups, we're going to look for them. And we know God is with us. It's biblical, as I said. And we make it very much, specific so that person, and not any big thing that you have to think or study this. But what we'll do, okay, is that scriptures and so forth, and you're going to be better able to share your faith just because you're part even of this group. Let us see those who will be praying for these groups. Amen. Yes, yeah. Hands go up. Let's see those who won't be praying. Okay, everybody will be praying. Amen. And it's just great to have you and to know, okay, that we are part of the great team that God wants us to be. And He wants us to win souls. And listen, may God give us the passion. You and I, we know what's happening in our nation. I'm not pushing anything, but all I'm simply saying, you know what happened? It has really crushed the very the very nucleus of this nation. I was at the barber shop yesterday, and if you think only women or mothers concerned, and I listened to many fathers who came into the barber shop. They were angry. And I said, and of course, being a lot of knew that was a minister, I sort of bring hope and tell them we don't have to be angry. But that's a human reaction. And they felt, listen, it should not have happened, and on, and listen, and they went on. And I'm telling you, the nation at this point, and I think that's what many people, they're hurting. 9 years of age should not have happened. But these things can repeat itself if you and I, we don't do what God wants us to do. When sin is at the core of a man's life, he will do anything, whether a man or a woman. And then in the police force, it's a sad moment for them as well. And that's what the devil does. He wants to destroy us. But as a church, we're going to rise up and we have to fight. And only when we fight as believers that we're going to win the battle, because God is on our team and He's leading the team. So may God bless us as we exalt the name of Christ. And every Christian see how important it is as the days draws nigh, that we say, yes, we want to be winning souls for the Master. That's my challenge and my encouragement to us as a church. Amen.